What will our future with technological interfaces look like? What are interfaces anyway? We can see them as the intermediates between us and technology. We use them to talk to technology and to tell technology what it should do for us. A simple keyboard or touchscreen, voice user interfaces devices like Siri and Echo, and the new technologies on the horizon like brain interfaces. Technology talks back to us via the interface, but it also watches, hears and senses us via the interface. Think of face recognition, technology, smart buildings and smart cities. These structures can also be seen as interfaces. We see technology becoming easier to use. We actually sometimes barely notice anymore that we are interacting with technology. And that technology is interacting with us. Interfaces are becoming less and less visible, actors in frictionless, automated and often unnoticed moments of exchange. Our companions as the permanent inhabitants of our trousers pockets, as wearables on our body, or even as technology is disappearing into our body. The festival will take optimistic looks at the new possibilities that future interfaces will bring. How, for instance, it can help people with disabilities to interact with society in easier and more independent ways. Besides optimism, there will be confusion maybe, when we imagine the interface as platforms where we engage with non-humans, animals, plants, and artificial intelligences. In a post-human, post-Anthropocene future, and on an equal level with the other actors that inhabit our planet. And we will take a critical look at how interfaces can be used to exercise control over us, to persuade and to nudge us to do what makes most sense in a given situation. What is best for us, what is best for the society in general, or what is best for the providers of the technology we are using. That is the question. Our festival curators, Bárbara, Perea, Adriaans and Marloes de Valk, compiled a wonderful festival program with panels, screenings, performances and keynotes. You will get the opportunity to learn how to smile and be ready for a future where smiling is your key to online success. You can speak to an artist that takes the idea of virtual reality as an empathy machine to the extreme. Through virtual reality, he is seeing through the eyes and hearing with the ears of another person, all day long, for days in a row. You can drink fungi and bacteria and become one with the micro creatures of our planet. And one of our speakers even promised that he will be dancing in his keynote. We are very happy to see you here in het Huis Utrecht at the grand opening of the festival. But we also would like to invite you to join us upcoming Friday afternoon at 4:30 in the IMPAKT Center for Media Culture, together with the artists and the curators for the festive moment we organized to celebrate the festival exhibition, The Sound of One Computer Thinking. 2019 has been an incredible busy year for IMPAKT, with exhibitions and many events we organized in our own center at the Lange Nieuwstraat, but also with several large and additional projects. With the support of Digitaal Erfgoed Nederland, for instance, we have developed an app and web platform called Beyond Art that allows you as a visitor to engage with art events, like festivals and exhibitions, in new and interactive ways, to get more information and to do your own research. We invite you to download the app Beyond Art or go to our website, beyond.art, to see the prototype as it is launched today. To use the app to interact with the festival and to follow us as we'll be uploading videos recorded at the festival in the upcoming days. We would also like to thank the KF Heijn Fonds for their support that enabled us to build a new version of our own website, impact.nl, launched earlier this month with all festival information on it. The website will be expanded in the upcoming months with information on the history of our festivals and events, and of course you will find all the information on the programs IMPAKT will be organizing in the future. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the funders and partners that supported us in organizing this edition of the IMPAKT Festival. I would like to thank the curators and the artists and the speakers for bringing us such an exciting program. And I would like to thank the entire IMPAKT team, the interns and the volunteers for organizing the festival, and het Huis Utrecht en AG Ruimte voor Nieuwe Kunst en Media for hosting us, Please, a warm applause for all the people that made IMPAKT Festival 2019 possible. And I would like to invite now the curators of the IMPAKT Festival 2019 to join me on stage to introduce their festival program to us. Please welcome Bárbara Perea, Jan Adriaans and Marloes de Valk.
Are we on?
Hello.
We are.
Testing.
Yes, it's working.
Thanks.
How is the sentience addressed by the user interface? How does automatic behavior caused by interface lead to cognitive capitalism, a further conquering of labor in the private sphere, and a fast-growing environmental footprint caused by continuous expansion of digital interaction?
What does the invisibility of the interface do to our knowledge and understanding of commercial and state power? And what does this invisibility do to our ability to question these? How does the interface affect our behavior? Sorry. I forgot.
Can we bring utterances from other spectra into our own spectrum? Can we enjoy the singing of mice or the laughter of rats? Are body functions replaceable by prosthesis directly controlled by the brain? And could this lead then to brain hacking? What is the power of virtual reality in terms of changing a person's perception in the real world?
Interfaces are a plane, a surface, a boundary of two bodies, a conduit, a bridge, a pipe, a method, a connection, and a point where two systems meet. Interfaces are serial, parallel, opaque, and transparent.
Interfaces are digital, biological, neurological, cultural, designed. Interfaces are made of glass, plastic, copper, gold, silver, lithium, silicon, platinum, nickel, palladium, coltan, skin, membrane, DNA, neurons. Our contact with the interface goes through eyes, ears, fingers, skin, brainwaves, infrared, nerves, pulse, movement, temperature, weight, voice, facial expression, body language, words, images, symbols, presence, bacteria, microbes. An interface translates, it narrates, interprets, models, locates, directs, steers, lights up, blinks, buzzes, vibrates, makes things clear, obfuscates, aestheticizes, simplifies, abstracts, changes our bone structure, gives us repetitive strain injury.
Interfaces make us work, undo, continue, link, like, laugh out loud, wait, log in, share, prove who we are, prove that we are human, upload, download, click, poke, recept, pay, cash, accept, and okay. Interfaces make the world look more structured than it really is. Interfaces make us come back for more. Interfaces make us feel in control. Interfaces make capitalism look sexy. They make our brains glow. They make us talk to strangers without knowing it. They make us public figures. Interfaces make us reveal secrets. They make us more and less human, which might be a good thing. Interfaces change our persona. They make us engage with the world, make us doctors, students, make us sleep less but better, make us do 10,000 steps per day. They make us nearsighted.
Tomorrow at Sensory Empowerment, we will look closely at how technological interface is connected to human biology, our neural and sensory system. In the last decades, neuroscience developed quickly, giving us insights in how we function mentally and physically. These developments have a strong medical component in the fight against diseases, to help people who are partly paralyzed, or in the treatment of phobias. Brain interfaces can activate prostheses, like a speech computer. But neuroscience is also feeding industries that produce personalized apps and devices that track and train us, measure our senses, and discipline us to function within capitalist structures. We will look at virtual body ownership, the way we create a mental representation of the body in our brain. By using virtual reality environments, scientists get a better understanding of these processes. Ethical questions are never far away. What treatment do we give to somebody who can't communicate? Could DNA-brain interfaces become gateways for brain hacking and direct influence campaigns? Do we need laws regarding virtual body ownership, for example, in applying virtual violence?
For Friday, we will be discussing the theme School of Non-Humans. And this entails talking about interspecies communication, including biological entities, not only animals, but bacteria, mycelium, but also considering artificial intelligence as this new emerging self-aware consciousness and entity amidst us, with which humanity must now learn to coexist with. School of Non-Humans wants to challenge the notion of humanity having the right to be the dominant intelligent species in the planet. The idea of school entails learning, entails training, and of course when we apply this to artificial intelligence, it makes us think of machine learning, of deep learning. And when we think of animals, we think of the ways that mankind has treated animals and what we use animals for food, for entertainment, for research in laboratories, and also ultimately for companionship. But what the theme essentially tries to tease out is, well, a role in probably an upcoming global mass extinction through global warming, and the fact that humanity should be retrained. The school is not for the non-humans, the school is for the humans. And essentially, when we're discussing non-humans, we also want to define what is our humanity, where does it lie? So these are some of the questions that will be addressed by the artists, filmmakers, and researchers that will be participating on Friday.
And on Saturday, during Persuasive Tech Lab, we'll look at the psychology informing interface design and the ideology that is performed by the interactions made possible. And we're going to try to do that with two angles. First of all, we'll look at nudging. The influencing of how people act and think through the use of persuasive interface design or technology. And first of all, what is it? So we have someone with a background in psychology to inform us about this, Steven Scholte. And we will look also at the ethical repercussions of implementing such systems on democracy, on society, on individuals, and what kind of image this gives of ourselves. What kind of view of humans underlies this psychological research. Then the other angle is the invisibility of a lot of these interfaces. Like in smart cities, like here in Utrecht, there are apparently lampposts with Wi-Fi trackers as part of a smart city infrastructure. In the Internet of Things, in homes, more and more of these interfaces are blending into the background. So how can we still relate to them? How can we interrogate them and know how we want to address them and be addressed by technology if they are disappearing and invisible and we're not aware of their existence? So those are the main sort of angles that will be covered on Saturday.
And before we give over the stage to Melanie Bonayo, I want to thank my fellow curators, and also on behalf of the curatorial team, to thank the IMPAKT team, Arjon, Bram, Christine, Ruben, Jeroen, Tessie, Simon, Ruben, if I'm missing anyone, all of the team, all of the volunteers, all of the artists that have lent their voices and their work so generously to bring about this edition of the festival. And, welcome you.
Thanks for introducing the festival to us. There will be curators' talks in the festival where people can hear more about you. There will be some guided tours that you'll be giving, especially on Sunday. And you'll be simply in the bar. Whenever people have questions for you, please a warm applause for the curators of the IMPAKT Festival 2019.